How's it going, Critter family? I hope you all are doing well. Today we're looking at a horsey video. This was suggested to me by Chips from the channel. It's been a little while. Hope everybody is doing well. This is from a while back, but I figured that I could also still cover it to, give you my input. Stacie Soap. So she is part of or back then, at the time of this video, they were in, I think, like a barrel competition or something of some sort. I don't like barrel competitions. I don't like anything that has to do with time, where people are very aggressive and abusive with their horses, with big bits and spurs and whips. And as you're going to see here, she has like basically not a shock collar, but a shocking instrument under her saddle. That's why her hand goes back here, because she's pressing it to shock the horse. We've got little boots because their tendons and ankles are just so tired and overrun, and got a huge big bit on this poor horse and spurs. And I don't like anything that has to do with any kind of timed event for dogs or horses or cats or people, children, whatever. Anyone who can't, who doesn't knowingly know, who is, unwillingly forced to do it. Like, I answered a question a while back that, about, I don't like animal sports, but someone said, well, if the horse in dressage, if the horse knows that it's going to win, does it not just fight through the pain? And a horse wouldn't be doing this to win. The only time a horse would fight through the pain is if it thinks it's going to die and there's a predator chasing it, and they're going to fight through the pain. But they don't do it out of sportsmanship. And this isn't even sportsmanship. So, trigger warning if anybody is worried about, a lot of people here, I think, begin screaming in this video. So if that is anything that might set off any kind of anxiety or anything, that you don't like hearing a lot of screaming or seeing an animal in distress, then maybe you might want to move on to the next video. So just letting you know, this is going to be, there's no bloodshed or anything like that, no open sores, but this horse definitely shows a lot of distress, and there's a lot of people screaming, so just want to put that out there. But for the rest of you, if you're ready, then let's get going. So this is a recording of a recording. I didn't make this recording. And we're loading, apparently. Hello. So she's trying to get her horse to move forward. Come on, dude. So she's going to be trying to get her horse to move forward, but she has these tight reins, so it's really just staying back. And a lot of these horses don't want to move forward because it hurts. So she's doing this to get it to move forward. It's kicking. Kick, kick, kick. She's trying to get it to go forward. Shock, 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 shock. Trying to force it to move forward, and the horse is in so much pain that it'll endure this to avoid going through the dang barrels. And these people just don't listen. Shock, shock, shock. Even if look at how big this bit is. That is how long it is. In the jaw, going, basically it's like this. It almost reaches the back of the jaw there. So she's telling it to go forward by zapping it, but yet she pulls the reins back to hold it back. God, look how huge that bit is. Kick with those huge spurs. And this is learned helplessness. When they just sit there and they just take it. Just abuse. And this horse is just sitting there with this huge, I've never seen a bit that long. That much leverage and pulling on your hands has to be an incredible amount of force and pain. And we see the flared nostrils, and she's still kicking and shocking and this and that. And poor thing, it's tendons that have to be wrapped up, and she doesn't care if she puts anybody else at risk. She's completely blind and deaf to this whole scenario she's creating. Ah, this poor horse. Still kicking, still kicking, still kicking.
Get off the horse! Get off of her!
God, look at this huge amount of leverage. God, scared the snap out of me. That huge amount of leverage, not only, it goes forward. It doesn't just go straight up and down. It goes forward, and then she can pull it back. I mean, at least 20 pounds of force on that, on gums. I mean, I wouldn't get in the way of, because I don't know what this horse is going to do, but I know that I heard somebody else who reviewed this said that they would just tear her off the horse. Or they would undo the bridle or the saddle or something, so she would fall off. If she doesn't have control of the head, that horse will easily be able to twist her off. I mean, lasso her and take her off, like... Okay, who is this crazy bitch? They're just... God, that poor horse. I don't know where she's going. Oh, she's still coming in? Like, lady, you're not going to compete. I don't know what you're trying to do. She's trying to show her horse that, I told you to go. You're not going to make me look stupid. Even though she's already stupid of her own volition. She's like, I started. I'm going to finish it. Yeah, just shock your horse more. That poor little thing.
Now you're worried about your kid?
She has a kid? This poor horse. I mean, how bad is it that they will fight shocking and this huge bit to not have to go around the barrels one more time? God, look at that huge bit. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's at least 20 or 25 pounds of pressure just being pulled on gums over your jaw. And she's still shocked. This is learned helplessness. I'm here to run this horse. Ah. This poor thing.
Wait, don't go back there, baby.
Ah, this poor horse.
Wait, don't do it.
She's still shocking. Still shocking.
Jody.
I mean, yeah, by now I'd just go rip her ass off. But again, the horse is still finds it more aversive to go around the barrels than it does to put up with this. God, that is so sad. She's still just so blinded by whatever competition or status or don't tell me what to do. I mean, like, look, I felt stupid. My animals have made me feel stupid, but you can't get mad at the animal. It's just, you don't need to feel stupid. It is what it is. They're not doing it on purpose. A lot of times it's because we're doing something stupid we shouldn't be. Constant kicking. Oh, now I'm going to pat you and say I love you, even though I just abused you for 3.5 minutes straight. And I'm probably going to beat your butt when we get home. I mean, this is from like 2019, so who knows if this horse is even still alive. I'm sure she's not still riding it. I'm sure she got rid of it. So a lot of these people like this do. They see it as just a product, not a living creature.
Stacie.
Kick. Kick. Pat. Kick.
Nobody wants to go in there with her.
I don't know why they'd even continue with the damn sport. But I'm surprised they see this as too much. But anything else in this sport is not. It's all terrible. Running around the barrel, to me, with all these people, is no different than what she's doing. Honestly. Like, with all the kicking and the spurring and the, they may not be using like electric shocks under the saddle, but it doesn't matter. Unless you're just like moseying on around the little barrels and taking your time, fine. I mean, do what you want. But if you're doing anything, especially competition-wise, and it doesn't benefit the animal, then why are you doing it? I don't care for it. I don't support it. Even in dog sports, fly ball and all that, I don't like that. I mean, the dog sure loves it, but it's not good for their body. I mean, they always end up with their tendons all wrapped up and arthritic, and you can do a lot of other sports that are still... Just because your dog, in that case, enjoys the sport doesn't mean it's good for them. I mean, dogs, there's labs and German Shepherds that love playing ball for 100 or 200 throws, but it doesn't mean it's good for them. And this is not... The horses would never do this anyway.
Cindy, please be careful.
Pat, pat, pat. This poor horse. Not to mention it's dark out. We got a bunch of lights in here, so that's changing the horse's vision. Alright, that's that. So... I don't know where they are today. That poor little horse. Poor little thing. I hope I didn't upset too many of you all. If anybody knows what happened afterwards, I would love to hear any updates. But, yeah, I hope we can learn something from that. That was Stacie Soap. I know she was a big name a little while ago. Quite a while ago. But, anyway. Yeah, so I was asked to review that, and that's what I see. That's what I said and saw. So, hope you all enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Go give your little critters some kind of loving. Say howdy do for me. And in the meantime, practice peace, patience, and positivity.